all the viewers. Today's session of Tourism and Hospitality Research, we will be talking about how to detect univariate outliers in SPSS. If you recall, in the previous video, I showed you how to screen the data in SPSS once you have entered the data from your Excel into SPSS. So for those screening steps, we start with identifying the minimum and maximum values through the frequencies function in SPSS, which I'll be showing to you right now. And after that, the second step is identifying the univariate outliers in our observed variables, also known as items or indicators. Often there is a confusion in the researcher's mind that what are univariate outliers and how do I identify them in my data. So today I am going to show you two eminent and easy ways to identify the univariate outliers and decide upon whether you want to discard them or you want to do data analysis going along with them. So let us start. In the previous video, I showed you the steps of data screening, wherein I told you the first step is check maximum and minimum values, the second is scanning the missing values, and the third is outlier detection and removal. In this video, we will be specifically addressing the topic of univariate outliers through box plot, scatter plot, and z-score. Remember that z-score is the distance of data point from the mean value. It is the standardized score which has a mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1. So first we need to convert our observed variables into z-score and then identify the outliers in them. So let us start. So the first step in analyzing the outliers, the univariate outliers, that means a single variable outliers, I look into the observed variables of food quality, which was my latent variable. So herein I have FQ1, FQ2, FQ3, FQ4, all four measured on Likert 5-point scale from 1 to 5, and they are denoted with FQ abbreviation, and the scale of measurement is ordinal, right? So first step what we need to go is analyze descriptive statistics, descriptives, and now I'll transfer the four indicators or the four observed variables of food quality by selecting them into the variable tab over here and go to the options, check whether minimum and maximum is ticked, standard deviation, mean is ticked, though we do not require mean over here, but standard deviation, minimum and maximum is required over here. We just click continue. And here it's important to click on save standardized values as variables, which will give you the z-score. So just press OK, and now just go back to the data sheet, and we have four newly created variables, which is z-scores, FQ1, FQ2, FQ3 and FQ4. Now again I go back to the analyze descriptive statistics, and instead of these four, now I'll put in the z-score of these four. Take them back and enter the z-scores over here, just like this. Take these back. We do not need these ones because we have converted them to z-score. Now uncheck the save standardized values as variables because we have already got the z-scores. Now click on OK, and now we get the minimum and the maximum value. See over here, the minimum and the maximum value. We also get the count of observations in each variable. So we see that FQ1, the count is 150, FQ2 150, FQ3 and FQ4 also have 150. That means there are no missing values in our data set. And the minimum is minus 3.5 for z-score of FQ1, maximum is 1.89. The limits are minus 3.29 to plus 3.29. So you see here FQ2, FQ3, FQ4 all within the permissible threshold limits. A little ahead is FQ1, the minimum value goes more than minus 3.29, it is minus 3.57. So we need to look into this. What could be the outlier in this? To spot the outlier, univariate outlier, we need to go to the box plot assessment. So how we can assess that? I'll show you that also. Just minimize this window and go to the graphs, go to legacy dialogs, box plot, and here click on summaries of separate variables, define, and now I'll put in the z-scores like this into the boxes represent and label the cases by the case ID so that we are easily able to identify which rows or which respondents are the outliers. So we can identify them through the case ID, right? And then press OK. So this will give you the box plot. You see here the box plot of z-score of FQ1, FQ2, FQ3 and FQ4. So you see here in FQ1, 40, row number 40 or the case number 40 happens to be the outlier. So let us check why it is an outlier. You go back to the data sheet, go to respondent number 40, 40 and check it. So respondent number 40 is here. We'll check why it is an outlier for FQ1 and FQ2. Now you see here 1, 1, 1, 1. So all the four values are same. You see here, it could be a case of unengaged response, which I mentioned in the previous video also, that this person might have entered these values without reading or without paying due attention to what the indicators are asking for. So that is the reason it could be an outlier. Now, if you think that these responses given by the sample is quite okay, you might keep it. Otherwise, if you want to remove it, you can delete case number 40 from here like this. You press the right click and clear. That will clear the respondent number 40 and again you run the analysis to see the univariate outliers. So these were the two methods, seeing the z-score and seeing the box plot to assess. I hope this video was quite informative and useful for you. In the next video, we will be talking about how to identify multivariate outliers. Thanks for now. Keep watching for more.